Part 1. Hello, everyone. Today, we're going to talk about something exciting: how to learn a language faster. Specifically, how to improve your English. Are you ready to become a better speaker, listener, reader, and writer? Don't worry, I am here to help you every step of the way. Let's start with simple ideas, and along the way, I promise to share tips that are not only easy, but also fun. Have you ever felt like learning English takes too long? Maybe you started and then you stopped because it felt too hard. If that sounds familiar, don't feel bad. Learning a language is like climbing a hill. Sometimes the hill looks really big. You might think, can I ever reach the top? But trust me, if you take one small step at a time, you will get there. Step by step, day by day. Doesn't that sound more possible? Just remember one thing: progress is progress, no matter how small. Let me ask you a simple question. Do you have a plan for learning English? By plan, I mean a routine. Imagine this. What if every day, at the same time, you spent 20 minutes practicing English? Maybe in the morning, before breakfast. Or maybe at night, before bed. It doesn't matter when, but choose a time you can commit to. When you stick to a daily schedule, your brain gets used to it. It's like watering a plant daily. If you give it water regularly, the plant grows strong. Your brain isn't much different. A good routine helps it grow smarter and faster. But don't worry, I'm not saying you need to study all day. Actually, short and consistent practice is better. Think of it this way. A little every day is better than a lot one time. Small moments of practice build a habit, and habits are powerful. They make learning feel natural, like brushing your teeth or eating lunch. After some time, you won't even think about it. You'll just do it. Doesn't that sound nice? Learning English should feel easy and comfortable, not stressful. Here's a little trick for you. Start with something easy, something you can win at. For example, every morning, pick one word in English and say it out loud. Imagine you're learning the word happy. In the morning, say happy with a smile. That's it. Just one word. Why? Because small wins make you feel good. They bring you confidence. And confidence is like energy. It helps you keep going. Once you feel confident, you'll want to learn more and more. It's like riding a bike. The first time you feel scared, but soon you get used to it and you start enjoying the ride. Now, let's talk about time. Do you ever feel like you don't have time to study? Don't worry. I have a solution. Use what I call dead time. Dead time is when you're waiting. Maybe you're waiting for a bus, for your coffee to finish brewing, or even for a friend who's late. These moments might seem boring, but they are golden opportunities to learn. Take out your phone and open an app with English flashcards, or listen to an English song on your headphones. You can even repeat a few English sentences quietly in your head. Dead time might seem small, but believe me, it adds up. 10 minutes here, 5 minutes there, it all matters. And let's make learning fun, shall we? Imagine turning your environment into an English learning zone. What do I mean by that? Simple. Put sticky notes on things in your house. Write door on a sticky note and stick it on your door. Write mirror and place it on your bathroom mirror. Why do this? Because seeing the words every day reminds you of them. Your brain will start to connect the English word to the object. And this trick doesn't take any extra time. Another fun idea is to immerse yourself in English. Immersion means making English a part of your life. Watch your favorite movies or TV shows in English. Don't worry if you don't understand every word. Even watching with subtitles helps. Try cartoons or movies you already love. They'll feel less stressful because you're familiar with the stories. The goal is to make English feel like a friend, something you enjoy spending time with, not something you fear. Remember, it's okay to make mistakes. Mistakes are not bad. They're proof that you're trying. Think of it like this. When you learned to walk as a baby, you probably fell many times, but each time you stood up again. Learning a language is no different. When you say the wrong word or forget a sentence, don't feel bad. Smile and try again. Every mistake teaches you something new, so be proud of your mistakes. They are your teachers. Let's not forget that every small success deserves celebration. If you learned one new word today, give yourself a small reward. Maybe you eat your favorite snack or listen to your favorite song. Celebrating your progress, no matter how small, makes learning joyful. And a joyful mind learns better. Doesn't that sound like a nice way to learn? Finally, just remember, you're already doing something amazing. You're learning English. That's brave, it's smart, and it's worth it. Don't be too hard on yourself. Take your time. Enjoy the process. You're not just learning a language, you're opening doors to new friends, new ideas, and new opportunities. How exciting is that? I hope these first tips inspire you to feel excited and confident about your language journey. There's so much more to share with you. In the next part, we'll explore how to build stronger habits and how small changes in your daily life can speed up your learning even more. Are you ready to keep learning with me? Let me know, and we'll continue together. I can't wait to share more with you. Part 2. I hope you're feeling excited about learning English because today I want to show you how to make even better progress. Imagine this. It's not just about studying hard, it's about studying smart. How can we do that? By building strong habits that make learning English a natural part of your life. Let's start right now. First, let me ask you, where do you study English? Is it always the same place, or do you practice anywhere and everywhere? If you can, try to create a study zone. A study zone is a small space where you can focus only on English. It doesn't have to be a whole room. It could be a desk in your bedroom or a corner of the sofa. Keep this space clean and simple. Put your English books, notebooks, or flashcards there. Why does this help? Because when you sit in your study zone, your brain knows, this is my time for English. It's like a signal, and it helps you focus more. But what if you don't have a quiet place to study? Don't worry, you can still learn on the go. Carry a small notebook or use an app to save new English words and phrases. Anytime you hear something interesting, write it down. Later, when you have time, review it. This habit keeps English alive in your mind, even when you're busy. Now, let's talk about setting goals. Goals are super important when learning a language. But here's the trick. Start small. Don't say, I will be fluent in 5 months. That's too big. Instead, say, this week I will learn 10 new words, or today I will practice speaking 1 sentence in English. Small goals are easier to achieve, and they give you a feeling of success. And guess what? Success feels good. And when you feel good, you keep learning. So now we have small goals. What's next? Break your goals into tiny steps. For example, if your goal is to learn a new word, here's how you can do it. Step 1. Write the word down. Step 2. Say the word out loud 3 times. Step 3. Use the word in a sentence. Step 4. Review the word before bed. Isn't that simple? Tiny steps are easy to follow, and before you know it, you'll have a whole collection of new words. Here's another fun idea. Reward yourself. Learning English is not always easy, so every time you achieve a goal, give yourself a little treat. Maybe you buy yourself some chocolate or spend extra time watching your favorite English show. Rewards make learning fun, and fun keeps you motivated. Don't you think learning should feel like this? Exciting, rewarding, and full of joy? Okay, I have a question for you. Do you like games? Because games are a fantastic way to learn English. If you like word games like crosswords or Scrabble, try playing them in English. Online apps like Duolingo or Memrise also turn learning into a game. These apps have points, rewards, and levels, so you can have fun and learn at the same time. It doesn't feel like studying, it feels like playing. And who doesn't love to play? Now let's think about how we can connect English with your hobbies. Do you like cooking? Follow recipes in English. Love sports? Read about your favorite teams in English newspapers. Whatever you love, try to do it partly in English. This way, English becomes part of your life, not just something you study. It makes learning feel meaningful and personal. Sometimes, learning English might feel lonely, but it doesn't have to be. Find a friend to practice with. You can talk to a classmate, join an online English group, or start a language exchange. In a language exchange, you teach someone your language, and they teach you English. It's a great way to make friends while learning. And don't forget, speaking with other people helps you build confidence. You'll see how much you already know, and that will inspire you to keep going. There's something else that's really important. Rest. Yes, rest. If you feel tired, take a short break. Learning will feel harder if your brain is too tired. It's okay to stop for a bit. Listen to some soft music or take a short walk. When you rest, your brain has time to process what you've learned. After your break, you'll feel fresh and ready to learn more. Lastly, I want you to remember one thing. Progress is not always fast, and that's okay. Some days you'll feel like you're learning a lot, and other days you'll feel stuck. That's normal. The key is to keep going, no matter what. Imagine planting a seed. You won't see the plant grow overnight, right? It takes time, water, and care. But one day, you'll look back and see how far you've come. Your hard work will pay off. You'll feel so proud of yourself. And you should. I hope these ideas give you more tools to improve your English every day. In the next part, we're going to dive deeper into using online resources and technology to make learning even easier and more effective. Part 3. I'm so happy you're here for more language learning hacks. In this part, we're going to focus on how technology can become your best friend. These days, we have so many tools to help us learn English, and the best part? Many of them are free and super simple to use. Are you ready? Let's begin. First, let's talk about apps. Do you use any language learning apps? There are so many out there, and each one can help you in a different way. Certain language learning platforms turn education into an enjoyable game. You do little tasks each day, like matching words or practicing short sentences. The more you practice, the more points you get. Why is this helpful? It builds a habit. And remember what we said earlier? Habits make learning feel natural. If you want to expand your vocabulary, there are various flashcard platforms available. These are great for creating flashcards. You can make your own flashcards or use ones made by other users. The app will quiz you, and over time, it repeats the words you find difficult. It's like having a smart teacher in your pocket. Try to spend 10 minutes a day reviewing flashcards, and you'll be amazed at how quickly you remember new words. Now let's think about improving your listening skills. Do you like listening to music, podcasts, or audiobooks? These are fantastic tools for practicing English. For example, try listening to an audiobook of a story you already know in your own language. Since you're familiar with the story, it will be easier to understand the English version. Or listen to short podcasts designed for English learners. Start with slower-paced ones, and as you improve, challenge yourself with more advanced content. Here's a fun idea if you love music. Sing your favorite songs in English. Don't worry if your pronunciation isn't perfect. Just sing for fun. Music helps you remember new words and phrases. Have you ever noticed how you can remember song lyrics even if you heard them a long time ago? That's because your brain loves rhythm and melody. Songs make learning enjoyable and memorable. Plus, singing gives you confidence. The more you practice, the more natural English will feel. What about videos? Platforms like YouTube are full of amazing content for English learners. You can find lessons about grammar, vocabulary, pronunciation, anything you want. And here's another tip. Watch videos that match your interests. For example, if you like cooking, watch English cooking shows. If you love nature, find English documentaries about animals. Learning English through something you already enjoy makes it feel less like work and more like a hobby. Now, let me introduce you to one of the best ways to practice speaking. Have you heard of language exchange apps? Apps like HelloTalk or Tandem let you connect with people all over the world. You can find someone who wants to learn your language, and in return, they can help you practice English. This is a great way to have real conversations, and don't worry if your English isn't perfect yet. Most people are kind and patient because they are learners too. Are you trying to improve your writing? Try keeping a daily journal in English. It doesn't need to be long, even 2 or 3 sentences will help. Write about your day. Today, I went to the park. The weather was sunny. I felt happy. Simple, right? Over time, you'll notice your sentences getting longer and your vocabulary expanding. If you're not sure about grammar, there are tools like Grammarly to check your writing. They highlight mistakes and explain how to fix them. Let me tell you about another powerful tool, Subtitles. When you watch movies or TV shows in English, turn on the English subtitles. Seeing and hearing the words at the same time helps you make connections. Start with something simple, like children's cartoons or short YouTube videos. Once you feel confident, switch to more challenging shows. And if you want an even bigger challenge, try watching without subtitles, but only when you're ready. Don't rush. Some of you might say, "But I'm shy about speaking English." That's okay. Many people feel this way. A good first step is to talk to yourself. Yes, I know it sounds funny, but trust me, it works. Stand in front of a mirror and say a few sentences in English. For example, "Hello, my name is your name. I am learning English. I can do this." Look at yourself, smile, and practice. Over time, you'll feel more comfortable speaking with others. Here's another cool trick you can try. Change the language on your phone or computer to English. Why? Because you use these devices every day. If your phone is in English, you'll see English words everywhere, on apps, notifications, and settings. It's like surrounding yourself with English. At first, it might feel strange, but soon you'll get used to it. And this small change can teach you a lot of useful everyday vocabulary. Let's not forget social media. Are you on Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook? Follow English teachers, language accounts, or even your favorite celebrities who post in English. Seeing their posts every day will expose you to casual, real-world English. And if you're confident, leave a comment in English. It doesn't need to be perfect. The goal is to step outside your comfort zone and engage. Remember, technology is a tool. It can help you a lot, but you also need to stay disciplined. Set a timer for your apps so you use them productively. For example, don't spend hours scrolling on social media without purpose. Instead, use 20 minutes to engage with English content that helps you grow. Balance is key. Part 4. You're doing so well, and I'm so proud of you for sticking with your English practice. In this part, we're going to explore how to mix English learning into your everyday life. The more connected English feels to your daily routine, the more natural it becomes. Ready for some creative ideas? Let's get started. Imagine this. You're brushing your teeth or drinking your morning coffee, and instead of just thinking about your day, you're practicing English in your mind. This is a simple hack that works wonders. Every morning, try saying a few sentences to yourself in English. For example, today I will go to school, or I will cook pasta for dinner. It feels small, but these little sentences train your brain to think in English. Over time, it gets easier and easier. Do you ever talk to yourself? Yes? Great. No? It's time to start. Talking to yourself in English is actually one of the best ways to practice. Pretend you're explaining something, like how to make tea or what your favorite song means. Say out loud, "First, I boil water. Then, I put a tea bag in the cup." This might feel a little silly at first, but trust me, it builds your speaking skills and confidence. Another fun trick is to label things around your house. Grab some sticky notes and write the names of items in English. For example, on your fridge, write fridge or refrigerator. On your chair, write chair. When you see these words every day, they stick in your memory. It's like creating a mini classroom in your home. And when the words become familiar, take away the sticky notes and test yourself. Can you name everything in English now? Now let's talk about one of the most powerful tools for language learning, your imagination. Yes, your imagination. Let me show you how to use it. Imagine you're in a restaurant in an English-speaking country and the waiter comes to your table. What do you say? Practice in your mind. Try this. "Hello, I would like a hamburger, please." Then imagine the waiter asks, "Would you like fries with that?" What's your answer? "Yes, please. Thank you." Playing these little scenes in your mind is like rehearsing for real-life situations. Speaking of real life, how about using your phone to help you practice English throughout the day? For example, set reminders in English. Instead of writing "buy groceries," write "buy fruit and vegetables." When your phone alerts you, you'll read the English phrase. It's an easy way to see and use English often. Let's turn your hobbies into a language tool. For example, if you like cooking, follow an English recipe. Don't translate it. Challenge yourself to understand the steps. If you like drawing or painting, describe what you're doing in English. I am drawing a tree. The tree has green leaves. Little by little, these hobbies become a fun way to expand your vocabulary. Are you someone who writes to-do lists? If yes, start writing your lists in English. For example, 1. Call mom. 2. Clean the room. 3. Study English. This doesn't take extra time, and over a few weeks, you'll see how easy it becomes to think in English while planning your day. Let's also talk about the power of repetition. Repetition is your best friend. The more you hear and use words, the faster you remember them. For example, if you want to learn the word beautiful, try using it in different ways. Say, "This flower is beautiful," or "You have a beautiful smile." Write the word in your notebook. See it, say it, and hear it. By repeating it in different situations, it becomes part of your active vocabulary. Here's another tip. Don't just learn individual words. Learn phrases. Why? Because we don't usually speak in single words. We speak in groups of words. For example, instead of learning just the word bathroom, learn the phrase, "Where is the bathroom?" Phrases make you sound more natural and help you communicate faster in real life. Are you a fan of social media? Use it as a learning tool. Follow English hashtags like #LearnEnglish or #EnglishTips. You'll find posts with short lessons, fun challenges, and helpful tricks. Even scrolling on Instagram or TikTok can be productive when you're learning something new. Just remember to spend time on educational posts, not just funny cat videos, although those are great too. If you're into journaling, why not keep a diary in English? Write about your day, your feelings, or even your future goals. Start simple. Today, I was happy. I saw my friends. We ate lunch together. The more you write, the more confident you'll become. Don't worry about making mistakes. The idea is to get your thoughts onto the page. Mistakes are part of the learning process. Okay, let's challenge ourselves a little. Every day, try to learn one new word or phrase, just one. Write that word down and use it 3 to 5 times during the day. For example, if you learn the word excited, throughout the day you can say, "I'm excited about my new book," or "I feel excited when I watch a movie." By the end of the day, that word will belong to you. It won't feel like a stranger anymore. I have one last suggestion for your daily routine. Think of English as a friend. Spend time with it every day, even if it's just a few minutes. Imagine talking to English like you would talk to a good friend. Be kind to yourself. Don't get angry if you forget a word or make a mistake. Learning a language is not about being perfect. It's about enjoying the journey. Part 5. Did you know that how you feel and think about learning English can make a big difference in your success? Let's explore this together. First, let's talk about emotions. How do you feel when you study English? Are you excited, nervous, or maybe frustrated? Don't worry. It's normal to feel many emotions when you're learning something new. But here's the trick. Try to connect positive feelings to your English practice. For example, before you start studying, think about why you're learning English. Maybe you want to travel, make new friends, or get a better job. Focus on these exciting goals. When you connect English to your dreams, it feels more meaningful and fun. Do you ever feel stuck or frustrated when learning? That's okay too. Everyone feels this way sometimes. The important thing is to relax and not be too hard on yourself. If you're struggling, take a deep breath and remind yourself, I'm learning step by step. Mistakes are part of the process. Think of it like learning to ride a bike. You might fall a few times, but every time you get back up, you're stronger. Your mindset is like the engine of a car. It keeps you moving forward. A growth mindset is the belief that you can get better with practice. For example, if you think, "I'll never learn English," it's like switching off the engine. But if you say, "I can improve little by little," you're fueling your car to drive farther. So, tell yourself every day, "I can do this. I'm getting better every day." Positive thoughts inspire action, and action brings progress. Do you ever compare yourself to other learners? Maybe you think, "Wow, they're so much better at speaking than I am." Stop that right now. Everyone learns at their own pace. Some people might be good at speaking, while others excel at writing. Focus on your own progress. It's not a race. Instead of comparing, celebrate your small wins. Did you learn a new word today? Great. Did you understand a sentence you didn't understand last week? Amazing. These small achievements are proof that you're moving forward. Let me tell you a secret. Confidence is just as important as skill. Even if your English isn't perfect yet, act confident. When you speak, don't be afraid of making mistakes. Smile, make eye contact, and say what you can. People will appreciate your effort more than your perfection. The more confident you act, the more confident you'll feel, and soon you'll notice your English improving naturally. Here's something you can try. Practice gratitude. I know it sounds strange, but being thankful can change how you feel about learning. Every day, say to yourself, "I'm grateful for the chance to learn English. I'm proud of my progress." Gratitude turns learning into a positive experience. It reminds you of the amazing journey you're on and makes you look forward to learning more. Now let's talk about fear. Many learners are afraid of speaking English because they don't want to make mistakes. But guess what? Mistakes are not your enemy. They're your teacher. Every mistake is a chance to learn something new. Think of mistakes as stepping stones. Without them, you wouldn't be able to cross the river and reach your goal. So, instead of fearing mistakes, welcome them with open arms. Are you someone who gets nervous before speaking in English? Here's a tip to calm your nerves. Practice deep breathing. Before you speak, take 3 deep breaths. Breathe in through your nose and out slowly through your mouth. This relaxes your body and mind. Once you feel calm, start speaking. You'll find it much easier to focus and remember your words. Another thing that helps with nervousness is preparation. Imagine you're going to a cafe, and you know you'll need to order in English. Prepare your sentences in advance. Practice saying, "Can I have a cup of coffee, please?" Repeat it to yourself until it feels natural. When you're prepared, speaking feels less scary. And after you order successfully, don't forget to say to yourself, "I did it." Be kind to yourself on hard days. Not every day will be perfect, and that's okay. Some days you'll feel like you're learning so much. Other days you might feel like you're stuck. On those hard days, remember, learning is a journey. It's not about being fast, it's about being consistent. Even if you only practice one word or one sentence, that's still progress. You're still moving forward, and that's what matters most. Visualization is another powerful tool for building confidence. Close your eyes and imagine yourself speaking English fluently. Picture yourself having a conversation, understanding everything, and feeling confident. How do you feel in this moment? Happy? Proud? Hold on to that feeling. This mental exercise helps your brain believe it's possible, and when you believe you can do something, you're more likely to achieve it. Finally, remember to celebrate your progress. Learning English is not just about reaching big goals. It's also about the journey and the small victories along the way. Did you learn a new grammar rule? Watch your favorite show with subtitles? Write a short paragraph? Celebrate. Treat yourself to something nice, like your favorite snack or a relaxing break. These little rewards make learning joyful and motivate you to keep going. I want to leave you with this thought. You're doing something incredible. Learning a new language is an achievement that not everyone is brave enough to try. You're opening doors to new opportunities, new cultures, and new connections. Be proud of yourself and stay patient. You're stronger and smarter than you think, and I believe in you. Part 6. You've been doing such a great job following along and learning all these tips. In this part, we're going to get creative. Learning English doesn't have to be boring. In fact, it should be exciting and fun. I'll show you some unique activities and methods to make your study time enjoyable, so you'll look forward to practicing English every day. Let's jump right in. Have you ever tried storytelling? It's such a fun way to improve not just your vocabulary, but also your grammar, creativity, and speaking skills. And the best part? You don't need to be a professional writer, you just need your imagination. Here's how it works. Start with a simple sentence like, "Once upon a time, there was a cat who wanted to fly." Then build your story step by step. The cat found a large balloon. He tied the balloon to his back and floated into the sky. Keep going and see where the story takes you. You can even say it out loud or write it in your journal. Storytelling makes learning playful and keeps your mind active. If you enjoy drawing, why not combine it with language learning? For example, draw a picture of something from your day, like your breakfast, your pet, or the park, and write a short description in English. Let's say you draw your breakfast. You could write, "This morning I ate toast with jam. I drank orange juice. It was delicious." See how simple that is? Drawing and writing together make learning feel like a hobby, not homework. For music lovers, try turning your favorite songs into a language challenge. Pick a song in English that you like, and try to write the lyrics while listening. It's okay if you don't catch every word. Just do your best. Afterward, look up the lyrics online and compare them to what you wrote. This activity improves your listening skills and teaches you new words and phrases. Plus, singing along is great practice for pronunciation. Do you like games? Let's bring games into your study routine. Play 20 questions with a friend. In this game, one person thinks of something, maybe an object, an animal, or a place, and the other person asks yes or no questions to guess what it is. For example, is it big? Or does it live in the water? You only have 20 questions to find the answer, so it's a fun way to practice speaking and thinking in English. Another creative activity is writing letters. Pretend you're writing a letter to a friend or even to yourself in the future. Start with, "Dear future me, today I learned 3 new English words: excited, tired, and delicious. I also watched a movie in English and understood many sentences. I hope I keep learning every day." Writing letters is personal and meaningful, so it helps you connect with the language on a deeper level. Let's talk about acting. Yes? Acting. Pretend you're in a movie or a play and act out small scenes in English. For example, pretend you're at a store and say, "Hello, how much is this sweater?" "Oh, it's $20. Thank you very much." Practicing conversations like this prepares you for real-life situations. and it's a fun way to build confidence. You can even role play with a friend to make it more interactive. Here's a fun experiment. Try thinking in English for 5 minutes a day. For example, if you're walking in the park, describe what you see in your mind. The trees are tall, the grass is green, children are playing. This might feel difficult at first, but with practice it becomes easier. Thinking in English builds your fluency by helping you translate less and use the language more naturally. If you're a fan of movies and TV shows, here's a cool activity to try. Choose a short scene, maybe 2 or 3 minutes long, and pause after each line of dialogue. Repeat the line out loud, copying the actor's pronunciation and intonation. This technique is called shadowing, and it helps you sound more like a native speaker. Plus, it's really fun to pretend you're in your favorite movie. Do you love challenges? Create a word of the day challenge for yourself. Pick one English word every morning and use it as many times as possible throughout the day. Let's say your word is amazing. You could say, "The weather is amazing today," or "This food tastes amazing." By the end of the day, you'll feel confident using that word in your conversations. And it's only one word. Easy to remember. Here's another idea for a challenge. Try a no translation day. For one day, don't translate any English words into your native language. If you don't know a word, look for its meaning in English instead of your own language. For example, instead of translating apple, look at a picture of an apple in a dictionary or online. This helps you think in English instead of relying on translation. If you enjoy learning with friends, try creating a study group. Maybe you can meet once a week and talk only in English. You can practice conversations, play language games, or even watch a movie together and discuss it afterward. Learning with others makes it more social and keeps you motivated. Plus, you'll learn from each other's mistakes and successes. For those who like challenges that make learning unpredictable, use a random word. Go to an English dictionary or an app and pick a random word. Try to learn everything about that word, its meaning, spelling, pronunciation, and how to use it in sentences. It's like a surprise every day, and you never know what you'll learn next. Finally, remember that learning should never feel boring. If one method isn't working for you, try something new. There are so many creative ways to learn that you're sure to find a few you love. Experiment, have fun, and enjoy the process. Remember, when you enjoy learning, you learn faster. Part 7. I'm so happy you're still here with me. You're doing an incredible job. In this part, let's talk about something super important. Motivation. Staying motivated is one of the biggest challenges when you're learning a language. Some days you feel excited and ready to learn. Other days you feel tired or even frustrated. That's normal. But don't worry. I'm going to share some tips to keep your motivation alive. Let's begin. First, let's think about why you're learning English. This is your big reason. Maybe you want to travel the world, or perhaps you're dreaming of a better career. Maybe you want to connect with more people or watch movies without subtitles. Take a moment to remember your purpose. Why is learning English important to you? Write it down somewhere you can see every day. When you feel unmotivated, look at your list to remind yourself why you started. Here's another way to stay motivated. Set small goals. Learning a language takes time, so it's easy to feel overwhelmed. But when you focus on small steps, it feels much easier. For example, instead of saying, "I want to speak fluent English," say, "This week I will learn 10 new words." Achieving small goals gives you a sense of success. Every little win builds your confidence. Do you like dreaming about your future? Visualization is a great tool for motivation. Close your eyes and picture yourself speaking English fluently. Imagine meeting a new friend and having a full conversation in English, or picture yourself traveling and confidently asking for directions. How do you feel in this future moment? Excited? Proud? Hold on to that feeling. It reminds you that all your hard work is leading to something amazing. Sometimes staying motivated is about the people around you. Who supports you on your language journey? Maybe it's a teacher, a friend, or a family member. Share your goals with them and ask for encouragement. You can even find an accountability partner. This is someone who checks in with you to see how your practice is going. For example, every Sunday they can ask, "What did you learn this week?" Knowing someone is cheering for you keeps you on track. Rewards are another fantastic motivator. When you achieve a goal, no matter how small, celebrate. If you learned 10 new words this week, treat yourself. Maybe eat your favorite dessert, buy a new book, or watch a fun movie. Rewards make the learning process joyful, and joy keeps you moving forward. Don't wait for the big milestones to enjoy your progress. Celebrate every step. But what should you do on tough days? You know the ones, when you're tired, frustrated, or doubting yourself. On those days, it's okay to take a small break. Remember, rest is part of the process. Go for a walk, listen to music, or do something you love that makes you feel good. When you rest, your brain has time to recharge. Afterward, come back to English with fresh energy. Here's another strategy for tough days. Focus on easy, low-pressure activities. For example, instead of studying grammar, listen to a fun English song. Instead of writing a long essay, write one simple sentence. These small, easy tasks keep your momentum alive without adding stress. Even on your hardest days, you're making progress. Do you know what makes learning exciting? Variety. If you do the same thing every day, it can start to feel boring. So, mix it up. Today, you can watch a TV show in English. Tomorrow, you can write a paragraph in your journal. The next day, you can play an English word game. Trying new activities keeps your brain curious and engaged. When you're excited, learning feels like an adventure. Let's talk about progress. Sometimes it's hard to see how much you've improved. That's why it's important to track your growth. Keep a notebook and write down one thing you've learned every day, maybe a new word, phrase, or grammar rule. After a month, look back and see how far you've come. You'll realize you've made so much progress, and that's incredibly motivating. If you're feeling stuck, try teaching someone else what you've learned. It could be a friend, a family member, or even just talking to yourself in the mirror. Teaching forces you to organize your thoughts, which helps you understand the material better. Plus, you'll feel proud to share your knowledge. Sharing what you know shows how much you've accomplished. Sometimes motivation comes from inspiration. Surround yourself with stories of other learners who succeeded. For example, watch interviews or read articles about people who learned English and reached their goals. Seeing their success will remind you that you can do it too. You are on the same path, and every day you're getting closer to your dreams. Let me give you one more tip. Focus on the journey, not just the destination. Yes, being fluent in English is the goal, but the learning process is full of special moments. Maybe today you understood a sentence in a video you couldn't understand last month. That's amazing. Enjoy these little victories. Learning is not just about the end result. It's about growing step by step and enjoying the process. And finally, be kind to yourself. Learning a language is a big challenge, and you're doing something incredible. You're pushing yourself to grow, to expand your world, and to connect with more people. Be proud of every effort you make. Even on days when it feels hard, remind yourself, I am learning, I am trying, I am improving. You're stronger than you think, and you're doing an amazing job. Keep that positive energy alive, and remember, every day you practice, you're one step closer to your dream. It's not about being perfect, it's about showing up and doing your best. Part 8. Welcome back for the final part. You've made it all the way here, and I couldn't be prouder of you. We've talked about so many useful productivity hacks for learning English, creating routines, using technology, staying motivated, and even having fun with creative activities. Now it's time to bring everything together into one simple, powerful plan to help you succeed on your language learning journey. Are you ready? Let's go. First, think of your day as a blank canvas. You only need a small amount of time each day to make progress. Even 15 to 20 minutes is enough if you're consistent. So, the first step is to decide, when is the best time for you to study English? Maybe it's in the morning when your mind feels fresh. Or maybe evenings are better for you because it's quieter. Choose a time that fits your lifestyle and stick to it. That's your dedicated language learning time, the time when you focus 100% on practicing. Next, break your study time into smaller parts. Let's say you have 20 minutes. Use the first 5 minutes to review what you learned yesterday. This helps your brain remember and strengthen what you already know. Then, spend the next 10 minutes on a new activity, like learning vocabulary, practicing a grammar rule, or listening to an English podcast. Finally, use the last 5 minutes to do something fun, like singing along to an English song or watching a funny YouTube video. This makes learning more enjoyable and leaves you excited for tomorrow. But wait, your practice doesn't end there. Remember those little free moments during your day? Use them to sneak in more English. For example, look at flashcards while waiting for the bus. Listen to an English audio while exercising. Read a short English article while drinking coffee. These quick, simple actions might seem small, but they add up over time. Think of them as bonus practice. If you want to make even faster progress, try using English throughout your day. Speak to yourself in English while doing everyday tasks. For example, if you're washing your dishes, say, I am washing the plate. Now the knife. The water is cold. This helps your brain think in English naturally. Or when you're walking outside, look around and describe what you see. The sky is blue. That car is red. The more you mix English into your daily life, the faster you'll improve. Now let's create a weekly goal. Each week, choose 1 or 2 things to focus on. For example, this week, you could decide, I will learn 10 new words, or I will practice speaking for 15 minutes every day. Write your goal down somewhere you can see it, like in your notebook or on your phone. And once you complete your goal, celebrate. You're making progress, and you deserve to feel proud. Remember the fun tools we talked about earlier? Add them to your routine. For example, on Monday, use a language app like Duolingo to study new phrases. On Tuesday, watch a short video with English subtitles. On Wednesday, write a few sentences in your journal. On Thursday, practice speaking with a friend or through a language exchange app. And on Friday, have fun with games, music, or movies. Mixing different activities keeps your learning exciting and fresh. One of the most important things to include in your routine is repetition. Your brain remembers information better when you review it regularly. So, spend a few minutes each day going over old lessons or vocabulary. Don't just learn something and forget it. Bring it back into your practice until it feels easy and natural. For example, if you've already learned how to say, "Can I have some coffee, please?" Keep using that phrase over and over until it feels automatic. Let's also talk about speaking. Speaking is often the most difficult skill, but it's also the most important. Make speaking a part of your daily routine, even if it's just talking to yourself. Try to have a short conversation, like introducing yourself. "Hi, my name is," your name. "I'm learning English. I love reading and listening to music." Over time, you'll get more comfortable with speaking, and your confidence will grow. Don't forget to track your progress. Keep a journal of what you're learning each day. For example, write down the new words you learned, the sentences you practiced, or the topics you studied. At the end of each week, take a moment to reflect. Look back at how much you've accomplished. This small habit helps you stay motivated because you can see how far you've come. And of course, don't forget to rest and recharge. Learning a language is a marathon, not a sprint. Your brain needs time to process everything you're learning. So if you start to feel tired or burned out, take a break. Go for a walk, spend time with friends, or do something you enjoy. When you come back to English, you'll feel refreshed and ready to dive in again. By combining everything we've talked about, routines, creative activities, technology, motivation, and daily immersion, you're building a system that works. The most important thing is to stay consistent. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to practice for hours every day. Just focus on showing up, doing your best, and enjoying the process. Remember, learning English opens so many doors. It gives you the power to communicate with people all over the world, to discover new cultures, and to create exciting opportunities for yourself. You're not just learning a language, you're building a brighter future. Be proud of every step you take on this journey. Thank you so much for joining me on this adventure. You're amazing, and I know you can achieve your English learning goals. Keep going, stay positive, and most importantly, have fun. I'm so proud of you, and I can't wait to hear all about your success in the future. Let me know if you'd like more tips, ideas, or help along the way. I'm always here to support you. For now, take care and keep pushing forward.